The Chihuahua Desert holds its breath before storms that never come, and those that do. At the first light, the bastards were already up, cinching saddles and counting rounds, their minds fixed north on. "We move at first light," Mateo said, his voice a low growl that carried over the soft crackle of the fire. "The Cooper brothers have been hiding from us for too long." Mateo took a slow sip of the hot coffee and tilted his head back to look at the sky. The stars were beginning to fade as the first hint of gray light touched the eastern horizon, signaling the arrival of the morning. That was when the world stopped being what it was. A streak of fire tore across the sky, moving from the east with a speed that Mateo had never seen or even imagined. It was brighter than any shooting star he had ever witnessed, and it left a trail of white smoke that seemed to glow with an inner radiance in the darkness. The men stopped what they were doing, their heads tilting back, as if pulled by a single string. "Is that a comet?" one of the brothers asked.
We hope you have been enjoying the story so far. Now it's the time for me to share my story. I'm Triple F. I shouldn't even be telling humans about this, because the dark roots run deep in your species. During this here and now.
The lizards would love another reason to skin me. I am the only protected witness left. I am the last survivor of the clique.
Mateo did not answer. He watched the object as it descended, the fire around it turning from a fierce orange to a brilliant and sickly pink that stained the clouds. It was not a comet, and it was moving far too low to be a natural phenomenon of the heavens. The sound began to reach them a second later, a rhythmic and metallic thumping, followed by a series of 3 sonic booms that shook the very ground beneath.
The Coopers will still be there tomorrow. But whatever just fell out of the sky is something I want to see first.
He felt a strange and magnetic pull in his gut and a vibration in the air that made the hair on his arms stand up. It was an intuition that went deeper than logic, and a sense that the path of their lives had just been irrevocably altered. They were unaware that they were about to walk into the center of a cosmic war that would define the beginning of the end for the world they knew. The ride toward the mountain was quiet, and the only sound was the rhythmic clatter of hooves on the rocky soil.
You see, I was serving time, about to be sent off to the Intergalactic Witness Protection Program. My testimony was going to explain how the Draco Empire was shifting between the 36 different realms of known multiverse. Yeah, see, I had a plan to hack the APD time warp to the safe place. I wanted to go back to the Wild West era in 1890, you know, with some technology.
And dance. As they reached the edge of the crash site, the horses began to huff and sidestep in genuine fear, refusing to go any closer to the glowing debris. Mateo dismounted and signaled for the others to stay back and form a perimeter. He walked toward the smoking crater, his boots crunching on the scorched glass that had once been ordinary sand. In the center of the wreckage lay the scout ship, a twisted mass of dark and iridescent metal that was unlike anything the men had ever seen in their lives. It did not look like a carriage or a train or any machine made by human hands. It looked like a predator from another world, and even in its broken and shattered state, it pulsed. Francis managed a weak and bloody smile as he looked past Matteo at the 12 other brothers standing in a semicircle around the wreck. He knew their faces, and he knew their voices from the hyperspace loop that had guided him through the void. He knew the 13 bastards were the ones he had been sent to find, the warriors who would help him turn the tide against the Draco. Matteo helped the gray man out of the seat, and the other brothers moved in to assist. They carried him away from the heat of the ship and laid him on a blanket near the edge of the crater. The math might have been off and the landing might have been a disaster, but
the plan was perfect. I broke into the evidence room, I reclaimed the Time Ripper glove, and then I got trapped in the HUAX system of the prison. While I was trapped like a rat, the Draco slaughter team attacked. I recognized the sound of the plasma torpedoes. I managed to make it to a scout ship, engage a shield before the samurai slaughter party saw me.
Within the galactic core, a fortress thought to be escape becomes a slaughterhouse. At the literal center of the Milky Way galaxy, cosmic chaos has just broken loose. The facility never stood a chance. Draco Raptor samurais have unleashed absolute devastation, carving their way through the guards with lethal plasma-bladed katana swords.
I sat in that tin can for 6 hours, sweating like a melting ice cube. First, the prison guards fell, trying to fight them off. Then a mix of prisoners and guards. They all fell, every last one of them. Slaughtered the entire prison guards and all the inmates. Every last one of them. Then the collections division moved in. They didn't even have a chance.
The math might have been off and the landing might have been a disaster, but the destination was exactly where it needed to be. The Time Ripper flickered one last time and then went cold, tying the there and then to the here and now. The great battle was starting, and the 13 bastards were the first soldiers on the line of a new and terrifying frontier. But this was a mystery that felt as though it had fallen directly from the hand of God, or perhaps the devil himself, to test the souls of the 13 bastards. Inside the sack, and nestled among the remnants of the Time Ripper and the cooling Carbonado diamonds, was a rectangular red box marked with a stark white cross. It was a medical kit from a century that had not happened yet, a piece of technology forged for the brutal and unforgiving battlefields of the Draco Wars, where flesh was often. He gripped the end of the handle and twisted a small and knurled dial until it clicked into place before he began to wave the device slowly over his shattered right femur bone. As the light began to penetrate the skin and the muscle, Francis felt the sickeningly familiar sensation of Chrono-Reverser taking hold of his biology. He remembered the first time he had seen this device in action, back in the Vega system, on the day Echo had been hit by the plasma cell. They had managed to retrieve Echo's broken body within the critical 48-hour window, and the Click's medics had used this very technology to revitalize the avian cells by reversing their history.
What happens next? Stay tuned to find out. Comment and subscribe to participate in the journey. And if you are interested in being included in future episodes, leave a comment below.